All right, guys, AI voice narration. So this one's going to be pretty simple. It really isn't much to it. It's as simple as giving the AI voice actor your text, and then it would give you a MP3 that is the narration. It's pretty simple. And there is one program that I recommend use, and it's 11 Labs. Now, there are other ones out there, but I just truly feel like 11 Labs has the absolute best feel, and it just feels really human-like. There are other things like Speechify and other platforms that do narration, but there's just none of them are as good. 11 Labs was one of the first ones that I believe came out, and it's always been the best. And by the way, guys, this does have different pricing. Like, it's not free, but I'm telling you, it's still so worth it for how good it sounds. If you were to pay the same amount for a actual voice actor, you'd be paying a crazy amount for how good of quality this is. So this is an incredible price cut compared to actual voice actors. So essentially, you know, this is how it works. Of course, there's the free version right here, which this is the version that I'm showing you guys right now. And you have up to 2,500 characters, which is very short. That's about like 2 minutes of actual narration. So what you're gonna wanna do is copy and paste your text right here. And then I'm just gonna go through the settings real quick, and then I'm gonna show you guys the actual paid version and what it's like, or what the paid version can do, right? So you come over here, you click text to speech, right? That's what you want. And then there are a bunch of different narrators. And honestly, I would, take your time, go through them, and see what you think is best. But check out Brian. It sounds so good. I'm going to go ahead and play his example.
We have committed the golden rule to memory. Let us now commit it to life.
That sounds really good. Let's try someone else, like Florence.
If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten.
Let's try Henry.
Loss is nothing else but change.
Mark.
And
trust-only movement. Life happens
Bill.
at the level.
Be here now. Be someplace else later. Is that so complicated?
So honestly, guys, they have such good choices, and that's what I would do is just roll with them. And then, so let's say Brian. Let's say you pick Brian, for example. And then what you can do is actually change these settings, There's stability, there's clarity and similarity, and then there's style exaggeration. So the red, so they actually recommend to don't go in the red, right? If you want to be like in the best place, if you want to be the most stable, you stay in this area. And then honestly, I would just fuck around with this until you get something that you like. There really isn't a right answer here. It's just truly how you want it to sound. So of course, the more you exaggerate it, the less AI like it's going to sound. Like it's going to sound like more human, because humans like to exaggerate when they talk. But don't overdo it, right? Like, don't go into the red area, right? When it gets unstable, stay like around that. I'd say like 15% is good for that. Clarity and similarity, honestly, this is in the middle is totally fine. And stability, right? The more you move it to the stable side over here, so it actually tells you. It says increasing stability will make the voice more consistent between regenerations, but it can also make it sound a bit more monotone. So stable means less fluctuation. So I think honestly keeping this at 50% is also a really good sweet spot, but exaggeration is truly the thing that you want to change. And then there's speaker boost over here, which is boost the similarity of the synthesized speech and the voice at the cost of some generation speed, right? So I think these settings right here are perfect. And then currently at the time that I'm recording this, they have 11 multilingual V2, which is the most fresh and new version. So don't even look at anything else. Just go ahead and use that. And then what's beautiful about this is you can actually narrate this into different languages. So it doesn't have to be English, right? You can choose different languages. But in this case, we're just going to do English. And then I already went ahead and pasted some text over here. So this is going to be the narration. And the thing is, once again, this is only 2,500 characters because that's the limit. And this is the free version. If you get the paid version, this would be up to 5,000 characters, which still isn't enough. But 11 Labs have something called projects. And as soon as you purchase the creator version right here, you would actually get access to projects, which it says right here. So access to projects, and that actually allows you to do more long-form speech synthesis. So this could be hour-long videos or 10-minute long videos. It doesn't matter. The length is totally longer, right? And that's what you're going to want to do. And as you guys can see, it's actually $11 a month for your first month, right? And then after that, it jumps to $22 a month. And then you get a total of about 2 hours of voice generation, which is about 12 videos, which really isn't much. But that's why eventually you're going to have to get the more expensive packages, and even $330 for 2 million characters, which is about 40 hours, which is a lot. And I know you were thinking, $330 is a lot. But think about this, guys. If you did the same amount for an actual voice actor, that would be, gosh, I don't even know, probably thousands, probably at least $5,000-$6,000 minimum for a really good voice actor that matches the quality that you see here on 11 Labs. But essentially, I'm going to go ahead and generate the text that I have on the free version just to show you guys what it actually comes up with. It looks like my quota, it also states your quota right here, and I have a very little amount because I'm showing you guys the free version. And then while we wait for this narrates, I'm just going to, once again, and even if you want, like, eventually the goal is, guys, you're going to get past 40 hours. You're going to run out of 40 hours, and that's the goal. Like, you want to use all the hours so you can be at a good place.
Since our scientists of the past realized...
You want to be at a place where you're uploading so many videos to YouTube where you max out all the time on all the platforms that you're using. So then eventually you want to email them, you want to contact them and say like, hey guys, I use your platform so much, what's a deal we can work out? And eventually you can work out a very good deal with them and just keep negotiating, right? Let's listen to what the narration sounds like. So let's go back. Let's go back to this and boom.
Since our scientists of the past realized Earth was not the center of the universe, but one among 7 more similar celestial bodies, we have been curious about what other planets are like.
So honestly, that guy's voice is so engaging. And although, some people may be able to tell that it's slightly AI, you really kind of can't. And, most people won't be able to tell. And if you want to even avoid that, you can, of course, change the exaggeration, change the clarity and similarity, and just kind of mess with this until you get something that is so like what you're looking for. But beware, every time you generate, it uses some credits, right? It uses some of your quota. So just a heads up. So yeah, what I would do is I would get projects and then it'd be exactly like this, right? But you actually have a bunch of more features. But essentially, this is the base. This is what you're looking for, but with longer form, right? And once you get the projects, you're going to be able to actually make long form videos and long narrations, about 10 minutes each. Like that's the goal with each video, is about 10 minutes of narration. And then that's when you would go over to the next step, which is the actual video editing, which I actually made a video on that, which is the next video up. And once again, that uses AI and humans together. So it's very beautiful. And once again, guys, this is very self-explanatory. If you want, you can go check out other platforms like Speechify. And I believe there's a bunch of them out there. And check them out. Find out what you like. But honestly, I think 11 Labs does the trick. Although it can get a little expensive, it's still much cheaper than what other true voice actors, like human voice actors, would cost. So, yeah. I know this one was pretty self-explanatory, but if you have any questions, once again, you have my contact. And guys, by all means, like I always mention this, you have mentorship. You have the ability to ask me for mentorship. I have a Calendly link somewhere on this page right here. You can book a call. It does cost money, but I'm telling you, it allows me to truly guide you in the best direction. It lets me look at your channel, lets me look at your SEO, lets me look at your thumbnails, your actual video content, your editors, your content team, and let you know what's going wrong, that you're not succeeding. And once again, guys, I have the results. I've done this so many times in the past, and even with leveraging AI in today's day and age, I've nailed it down to T. So if you want me to truly look at your channel and guide you and give you even deeper details, I can. So once again, you have my contact, you have the Calendly link, go ahead and book it if you want to, and yeah, we'll go from there. See you guys.